Hey everybody, Johnny Van Zandt from Leonard Skinner. You're watching from Texas, Meg Scott's Art Gallery on WEBTV, American Hearts Radio.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Hi, this is Meg Scott with the Meg Scott Art Gallery Show. I'd like to talk to you today about some art. I'm an impressionistic artist. There's realism, which it means that you try to make it look as close to the real thing as possible, like a photograph. And then there's impressionism, and then there's abstract. I'm impressionistic. I try to make it look as real as possible, but my style is impressionistic, and you can do it too. You can, if you can draw, you can paint. And what I do is I take the brush, I draw it out, and with paint before I paint it all, and it gives me reference. And I usually draw it pretty much with the whole thing. And but I have some paintings here that I wanted to show you. They're my work, but they've been done by Hobby Lobby. This Hobby Lobby frame, it cost me about $15. And I did 3 of them. This is three of them. This is the basket with apples in it. It's real big. And this one is what you do with the apples. And they make great kitchen art. I've already got one, somebody I know that's putting them in their kitchen, and they're great. They're just really great. The gold around this and the dark wood was perfect with this painting. They will also, you go down to Hobby Lobby, and on their ready back frames, half off, you get the frame for $15, and then you can get them to professionally put it on and put the hanger on it. You can get them to do it, and they only charge you the hardware cost, which is about $3 to $4. But it's very, my art is very hangable. It can hang like it is, or it can hang with a frame on it, and it looks gorgeous. I also wanted to tell you a little story. I went to a Jerry Arnell show, painting. It wasn't a show, it was a class. There are little classes that I've taken over the years that have helped me do what I do. You know, community classes and things like that. And this was a special class for Jerry Arnell, and we had about 10 people there. Anyway, the first time I went with my mother, and she was in it too. And on the last day, there was a storm that I have never seen the likes of since. It poured water. You couldn't even see. The ocean was to the right, and the land was to the left, but I couldn't see that. It was all just a sheet of water. And we pull up, and these cars are stopping on the side of the road before they got to the bridge, and I thought, well, they just don't want to take the bridge in the storm, you know. Well, so I told my mother, I said, Mother, we're going for it. She said, because I'm not sitting out here with a storm, you know, you're setting ducks. And sometimes it's wise and sometimes it's not. That was not wise. But we got up on the bridge, and we went over the bridge, and then we drove around. I had to call my husband to try to tell me what to do. The water was up to the top of the wheel in my Jeep, and a Cherokee Jeep. Anyway, and I was like, oh my word. We finally get to the hotel. You can't even see it. It's pink. It was a Days Inn, and it was pink, or it was a vivid color, I remember. And you could not see it until we finally got closer. We finally got back to our room, and then my mother wanted to watch Fox News for the rest of the night. So we did. It was when the person that was shooting, when he was on the news, and they had finally caught him, and it was pretty exciting. So, but we had a 2-day paint session, and the first one I did was my what do you call them, redbud tree, the red flowers, little pink flowers on it, and a brick wall or a stone wall, and steps going down. It was beautiful. I think I've got it somewhere around here, but I'm not going to go looking for it now. But yeah, all kinds of adventures, all kinds. And you know, you take pictures of stuff like that, and then you paint them. I've got impressionistic art of my children. That's what I started doing again, is my children. And I have one where we live by the beach, and I have one with my daughter and my son holding hands and looking down at the water, because the sand would go out from underneath their feet, and it felt like the whole world was moving. And they were like, whoa. And they hadn't, you know, they were pretty young. But they're standing there holding each other's hand and looking down in the water. It's just a beautiful picture. And then I've got another one of them in the mountains in in New Mexico, Ruidoso. And I've just got a lot of paintings. I paint my memories is what I started out doing, painting memories. And I really enjoy doing it. I really enjoy being on American Hearts Radio, and doing this. I want to thank a special thanks to Nicole. Please keep her in your prayers. She's my assistant. She's so funny, and you'll see her sometimes. Anyway, y'all have a good day, and be sure to press the like if you or comment or whatever you can do. I appreciate it. Bye-bye. Honey. Wow. I am talking.
Come up with something else to say. You never mentioned the tornado.
Oh. Okay, you might want to cut this in here, Bruce. There was a tornado, and that's why people weren't going over the bridge. But I took it on anyway. Yeah, we found out later there was a tornado. But sitting when you in a small town where you don't know the radio stations to turn to or anything like that, we had no idea, but we knew it was pretty bad, or we thought they were pulling over because they couldn't see. And I could see pretty good in that Jeep, and I just took the bridge. And we managed to get over it. It hit the college. It actually hit the college. And but that was a great weekend. And I want to special thanks to Jerry Arnell for teaching me how to do a cattail one of my cattails in my summer Indian camp is a Jerry Arnell cattail. So anyway, there's all kinds of adventures that I've been on. I just can't think of them right now. Oh,
talk about what you
we went
did.
down to see Mike Aloia and Brian T. Shirley. So I met Mike and I met Batman of Jax, and that was so fun. That was just so fun. And Brian T. Shirley, we saw his show with Franny Sheraton. Oh, I want to say a special thank you to Franny Sheraton for all that she's done. I did a painting years back, and she's got it now. It looks like something she would, it's a person, a lady in a dress, and it looks just so much like her. So she got that one. And my sister paints too. And my sister's art is different than my art. She tries to go for the realism. She likes realism. And she is really a good artist. I'll have her on here and interview her soon. And but I appreciate it. And y'all hit the like button.
Talk about when you did the belt buckles.
The belt buckles. Okay, I used to have a job cutting out. That's not a good subject. That's just, what I did. I don't want to do that. Award Design Medals does not need my help. I want to say a special the Memorial Day weekend. I appreciate so much the servicemen who go and fight for our country. They aren't paid enough. They are underappreciated by some, but not by me. And I'm so grateful that I live in a country that's free, and that comes with a price. It really does. But those men are brave. Men and women are very brave, and they go and do what needs to be done to keep us free and to keep us from having terror attacks here. So I appreciate what y'all do. Keep up the good work. Okay, what else, honey?
What is impressionistic painting?
Impressionistic painting, my husband said, what is impressionistic painting? Is where you paint something and you try to get it to where you can see it. You have to be able to see it, otherwise it's abstract. It's not the same as abstract. You paint, and the more emotion you put into it with the broader strokes that you use and the techniques that you use, make it more emotional. An emotional painting, I don't know. Not all of them are obviously emotional, but some of them are. And the type of broad strokes, and you just really go for it. And I want to say I'm so grateful to God that I'm an artist. It's been a gift that He has given me all my life. I knew it from the time I was in 4th grade. And I got my first ribbon. Anyway, He has spoiled me, and I appreciate the Lord for that.
Last night I dreamed my head was in a fever. Last night I dreamed it never was so far to reach the shore of safety and redemption, and to gaze upon a bright morning star. I dreamed I was by friends all that fell like water. No more to see my bright morning star. Streets of dreams never looked this lonely. The streets of dreams never felt this hard. And I heard my voice, barely of a whisper, as the clouds denied a bright morning star. Sometimes this life is no more than a moment, and sometimes this light is lost unto the dark. But courage hears the sound of dawn approaching, and each our own bright morning star. I woke to find every window open. I woke to find the heavy door ajar. And I walked outside and stood upon the hilltop and gazed once more on a bright morning star. I walked outside and every bird was singing as I found again my bright morning star.
Okay, Zentangling is drawing, and it's pen and ink, and it's pen and ink, and what you do is you learn how to make certain designs in your painting. I've got a painting right here that's a little dusty, but it's got it's a girl done in Zentangling, and it's really good. If you do Zentangling, there's books on it at Hobby Lobby and your craft stores. They have books on Zentangling, and it's very popular and it's very relaxing. It's not as hard as it looks. It looks very impressive, and it's not as hard as it looks. So it's another art that I do, and I just love art. I'm an art magnet. I'm a art weirdo, but I'm not a creep.
Sing a song.
Oh, absolutely not. Let's see, what else? I think that's about it, honey. I don't want to keep them.
Can't think of anything else to say about art.
Oh, I can think of tons
Well,
to
go
say
ahead.
about art.
Say something about art.
to me, being an artist is the most excellent gift God could ever have given to me. I live and breathe it. I do as much charity work as I can do. And I paint all the time, or draw, or, do something with art all the time. There's all kinds of different kinds of art. There's visual art, and then there's dramatic art, and then there's, to be an artist, you have to be the writer. Writers are artists. Photography, that's an art. Y'all know that, but to be an artist is really cool. Really cool. So pick up a paintbrush and draw out, just put the paintbrush to the palette and, get a pointed brush and draw out what you see with paint. Just outline it and start putting details in it. And before you know it, it's done. And it looks really good. So, and if there's any of you out there that want to show me your work, I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it. I'm real interested in how different people have different looks to their work. You can tell that's a Monet, or you can tell that's a Van Gogh. They have a style, and it's crazy fun. Anyway, what else, honey?
That necklace you're wearing.
Oh yeah, my necklace. Sorry. This is a necklace that I put together. I do some jewelry on my Meg's Gems and Handcrafts under 40 Meg on Etsy. ETSY, Etsy.com. It's a place that sells art and sells all kinds of homemade things. So, anyway, but this is a necklace. I'll take it off so you can see it better. It's a beautiful necklace. I put it together. I had the centerpiece, and I put that all together with a leaf clasp, good leaf toggle, and it's very nice. Anyway, over here.
Another thing you do.
Oh, another thing I do is cotton flowers. I've done this with the, this one really doesn't belong in there, but they're buttons that I got at Hobby Lobby. The small buttons or big buttons you can put on them. And I also have crystals. And if you watch the show, I will do some work on the cotton flowers because they're lots of fun, but they're very technical. So I have to show you how to do it. But this one was, I found this little vase, and I have that one. It has crystals in it. Would you hand me that one, Craig? I think it is. No, it's buttons. But you can do it. It's fun. It's lots of fun. Just tune in. One day I will do the cotton flowers. And I have crystals that go in them and all kinds of things. I'll tell you where to get. Okay, thank you. Hit the like. Bye. Hi everybody, this is Meg Scott with Meg Scott Art Gallery Show. I'm doing a inspirational video. This is Lady of the Lake, and she is in red. She's beautiful. When I found her, it was I had to paint her, so I knew it was a photograph, and so I just went ahead and did my own thing to it, and it came out real pretty. I think the hair isn't. She's underwater, and the hair is really pretty, and the color of the dress is really pretty, and then it's dark blue water and seaweed that was down there with her, so I had to put that in. In a minute you'll see it. It's a pretty color there. I think blue, white, blue is Memorial Day. See, there's the seaweed. I'm trying to put the water in. Seaweed wasn't really all that, but it needed to be there. And here's a rose, patriotic rose. Saw that, a real rose done up like that. Oh, this is my technique, the drip technique. And I put the paint on and then you spray it at the top and let it dribble down. It makes for a very gloomy looking picture. Even if the colors are bright and pretty, it still looks gloomy. And I did it a lot. And it was on mixed media paper. Here she is. Isn't that pretty? Okay, thank you all, and thank you American Hearts Radio for having me on. And thank you. Bye-bye.